What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite for some potential breaking news here as we got what could be our first look at the Black Ops 2024 logo, what the title means, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and also as a reminder, there's plenty of brand new content going up over on dkdynamite.com for those that want additional coverage of multiplayer Warzone and zombies, plus plenty of tweets every single hour on Detonated's Twitter. Now, as a quick FYI, David Vonderhaar did leave Treyarch many months ago, and it was confirmed just a couple of days ago that he has now formed a brand new AAA studio called Bullet Farm. They're working on a new game on Unreal Engine 5. It's unclear when that's going to come out, but hopefully it doesn't turn into another Deviation Games situation that we saw with Jason Blundell about a year and a half ago, where somebody popular who used to work on Call of Duty forms a new studio but then works on a game that doesn't end up happening. So sending all the best luck I can to David Vonderhaar and his brand new team. But for those worried about Black Ops and the future of multiplayer, everything's still in good hands, especially with Matt Scrons, who's still over at Treyarch, and they've obviously hired a lot of brand new people since 2020. But there's also an update that went out as of last night from the Warzone mobile team, in which they got asked if the game itself will share progression with Call of Duty 2024, in which they replied with, yeah, that's the plan. So for those that were concerned about whether or not Warzone mobile will be integrated with your player level, weapon levels, and even your battle pass progression for Treyarch's new premium title, I don't see them dropping support, even though the game hasn't even released yet. I don't see them dropping support for the future of Treyarch's Call of Duty series. Obviously, Warzone Mobile off the rip will be integrated with Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, regular Warzone, but I don't see them stopping there at all. Now, as of last night, there was something that I just didn't expect to see. I swear it was around 1 to 2 a.m. Central, in which people out there did find the exact group responsible for the Call of Duty rebrand. The Call of Duty rebrand did end up going live back during Season 4 of Modern Warfare 2. You guys are probably aware that the logo and font for Call of Duty, and even for Warzone, did end up getting a bit of a makeover, and the makeover did entail the hitmarker font being implemented around the entire COD franchise now. There's a ton of work for this rebrand over on this site, which is going to be linked down below. Plenty of logos, references to Modern Warfare 3, COD Next, with the Warzone integration, and obviously this is when they also dropped the 2.0 label from Warzone and just started calling it Warzone again. But then somewhere towards the bottom of this page, you'll notice a hoodie, which is actually found in a video that kind of reminds me of some of the custom jackets we got over at COD Next a couple of months ago, and those custom jackets were really exciting since we got to go ahead and customize them with any Call of Duty logo that we wanted. They just kind of melted some patches onto any parts of the jacket. On a very particular hoodie that you can see with this site, you'll see a logo that just says Black Ops. Now, this is the first time we've seen Black Ops with a hit marker font. This is obviously very different from the usual Black Ops logo that we've seen ever since, 2010 with Black Ops 1. So right away, people are saying, oh, is the new Call of Duty game coming this fall just going to be called Black Ops? And this reminds me of a discussion that has been had many times. I know I've had it on the podcast a few times in regards to a Treyarch title just being called Black Ops, kind of in the same vein as Modern Warfare 19 just being called Modern Warfare. I've seen comments out there advocating for a bit of a reboot to Black Ops, a hard reboot, so to speak, because Modern Warfare did get a hard reboot in 2019. Cold War is kind of a soft reboot to Black Ops, since it still is a direct sequel to Black Ops 1, but does take the franchise in a new direction that has slowly retconned certain things here and there, but still does fit in the canon of Black Ops 2, 3, and 4. If you really try hard enough to connect the dots, things still work in one singular timeline, but ever since the ending of Tagger Toten, where the multiverse collapsed, the Modern Warfare reboot now exists in the Black Ops continuity, but Black Ops has yet to be rebooted, and I don't think there's any good opportunity, at least not right now, to really reboot Black Ops considering what's been established, especially with Cold War. Now, Black Ops 2024 is reportedly a sequel to Cold War. It takes place a couple of years later in the 90s, and it'll probably cover some of the early 2000s. So even if they call the new Call of Duty just Black Ops, it still is a sequel to Cold War. It still does pick up where the canon left off with Season 6 of Cold War a couple of years ago. Now, you can also just argue that this logo is just a placeholder, matching the branding of Modern Warfare 3, but people are also having discussions online, Twitter, and Reddit, that maybe this is some type of hint that Modern Warfare 3 still gets updates even when Black Ops comes out. I really don't agree with that and don't believe that at all. I just think they were really emphasizing all of the rebrands and logo designs that have been in effect for the last couple of months here on one website. I know there's been discussions about whether or not MW3 will have any type of carry forward ability for Black Ops 2024, and I personally don't see anything other than maybe some Black Cell skins or some of the celebrity crossover operators transferring into Black Ops. Even that might be a bit bit of a stretch. I absolutely see no possibility or chance of weapons, blueprints, or anything like that crossing over into the new Black Ops. I mean, it is possible that maybe they go ahead and allow us to transfer over calling cards and emblems, but I just see Black Ops 2024 as a bit of a fresh start, and if they want to use carry forward in that game for the other Black Ops title coming out reportedly in 2025, that I could see happening. But either way, Warzone will still provide players with the ability to use their Modern Warfare content even when new maps do release during 2024 and 2025. Now, before we continue, I just wanted to remind you about MitchCactus.com, where you can get assistance granting camos, nukes, or schematics in MW3. These guys do not use unlock tools or any bannable methods and will actually help you play the game. Mitch Cactus is also supported by Trustpilot with over 10,000 verified reviews. You can use code Dynamite for a limited time to save 5% off your order. Now, something really interesting that I haven't seen too much discussion about is the fact that the press is still reporting that Black Ops 2025, that second title we talked about, since that game doesn't have a lead developer as of right now. I know at one point it was probably going to be High Moon, but then there were a bunch of layoffs that happened. With that in mind, and if Treyarch gets put onto that project, would it be a smarter idea if they at least are given a 2-year development cycle with that title? So maybe right after they pump out Black Ops 2024 and they get some good post-launch content off the ground, they get moved to that Black Ops project, which I'm crossing my fingers doesn't impact how much amazing DLC the new Black Ops game could get. If that happens, maybe instead of being rushed to then drop that game a year later, they can then drop that game in, let's say, 2026, while Infinity Ward may still be ahead of schedule to pump out their new Call of Duty in 2025 instead. I mean, they might have went straight to work on that right after MW2. I know they helped with MW3, but maybe they could have still got a couple of years of development on, let's say, a Modern Warfare 4, whatever the title is, and they could pump that game out instead of a second Black Ops game, so that Treyarch does have time to at least cook what could be a really cool futuristic experience that serves as like a direct sequel to Black Ops 2. I think that'd be interesting to see us go from a 4-year dev cycle for Treyarch with Black Ops 2024, then back to a 2-year cycle to pump out a game that was supposed to be made by a different studio, whether it was Sledgehammer, who denied it because they didn't want to make another carry forward year 2 type of experience. They want to work on their Call of Duty, which apparently comes out in 2027. The game could have also been made by Raven or High Moon or another studio, but unless Treyarch finds another developer to work on that, I think it will end up falling into the laps of Treyarch again, which could impact the COD cycle as we know it again. But if you guys are wondering when the reveal could be for the new Black Ops game, I've seen a couple of questions about this in some of my previous videos, some live streams. Here's what I'm thinking, right? Cold War is an exception because of the pandemic and they were probably behind trying to work remote, so we got a really late reveal. But I do think that a new Call of Duty will probably be hinted at, teased, or marketed as soon as the current COD starts to drop off a little bit, where interest maybe takes a bit of a nosedive, or they see bundle sales aren't doing as well. Maybe if that starts happening with Modern Warfare 3, we'll get an earlier reveal. But with the rumor that apparently this Black Ops game comes out in October and there will apparently be some type of early paid access experience for zombies, which might be 2-3 weeks ahead of launch, they're probably going to want to start marketing this game relatively soon. We got Rebirth coming out in Season 3, and I think they'll end up using that map to end up revealing something about Black Ops, whether it's just a title announcement, whether it's just a release date, or it could just be a cinematic trailer hinting at the narrative they're going to be telling, which might still connect with what story is being told with a potential present day Rebirth Island we're going to have in Warzone now. So I honestly believe that as early as May, and maybe even sooner than that, we're going to start getting some information about this Black Ops game, and then we'll start getting some heavy marketing throughout June, July, and then we'll get a beta for multiplayer probably shortly after that. But if we get paid early access for zombies in early October or end of September, then I wonder how that'll affect a potential early access campaign offering. But either way, this game's gonna be coming out a lot sooner than a lot of previous Call of Duty titles. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. Bit of a quick emergency video here for you guys this morning, talking about what could have been our first look at the new Black Ops logo. Could just be a placeholder. The game might not be called just Black Ops. It could still be called Black Ops Gulf War or Black Ops something something, but maybe we're gonna see a rebrand to the Black Ops logo similar to what we got for Modern Warfare and Warzone with that hit marker font. But leave all your thoughts down below. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.